Okay, thank you very much. Look, we'll get started straight away with the captain, coach and the forwards coach from Australia. I think I might just open it straight up to questions. Please put your hand up high and we'll get a microphone to you. Thank you very much. Right down the front here, if you could. Julian.
Question for Michael Chaker, Julian Gar, AFP. How happy are you to survive that, having been 12 points down early in the second half?
Obviously happy to win, yeah. You know, there's no doubt about that. Mate, that's the way games go. We know it's the World Cup, you know. Everyone's come. We played Fiji in the first game of 2015, and it was maybe the score wasn't the same, but the sort of momentum of that game was pretty similar too. We just needed to gather ourselves and get back to basics. And also, I think we were prepared for a strong contest all the way through, and knowing that we'd try and get ourselves ahead in the last 20 odd minutes. That was the sort of idea, because we know the Fijians and we know how good they are. We know them well.
Can we go over this side for Wayne? Come down here.
Michael, was that in many ways almost the perfect start for you in terms of how you want to build from here?
Well, mate, I think one thing we've been talking about inside of the team is that we're not looking for perfection. It never happens in this game, so you can't say we got tested, definitely. It's been a while since some of our guys have played footy, so 5 or 6 weeks for some of them. But I'll be honest, I think they got us a bit on the hop early on. Like, they came out with a lot of aggression, and we needed to get into our rhythm and flow. And once we got back to those basics, we were able to get back in the contest. But yes, good start. I'm pretty sure we were able to get ourselves a bonus point as well. So that's positive in the context of the next game. Just go from there.
Michael, it appeared simple after 60 minutes, tightening up. Hooker goes over twice in the corner. Was there a change of tactics, or did you just intend to play a bit looser in the first half and tighten up late on?
Mate, no one tends to go behind and play loose. No way, you know. Like, it's just the nature of the game. And mate, it's not. You must remember that there's 2 teams on the field. The opposition came at us. They came at us on the ground as well. And I thought they were able to get away with a lot there, and it didn't give us any type of continuity. So you've got to always respect the opponent, what they're bringing at all times, and then you've got to try and impose yourself on them. But early on, they imposed themselves on us, and we had to react and get back into the game. So, yeah, no, there was no plan to play looser and then tighten up. I just think that's the way the game sort of went.
Question for Michael Hooper. The second half obviously started poorly. You obviously wanted to get away from what had been going on the first half, but the team's composure seemed to not dip at that point. I think you even told one of the rival players you'd kick the goal and come back and score a try. What was going on the field as far as communication?
Some really good communication. I thought coaching staff made some good changes there, brought on a bit of experience, and I thought they helped with settling us down. They were able to see the things from the sideline. One of the benefits from starting on the Pine, and the guys came on and delivered some really good messages. And we went back to some of our basics there, and it paid off quite well.
I think we have Julian. You want cross over there, and then to Georgina. Yeah.
Question for Michael Checker. You're just talking about the positive aspects of what that game gave you, the areas you were tested in. As a coach, though, what were the areas you weren't happy about?
I think I thought we did it a bit at the line out. I think we should have just got there and gone and played. I think we got into early on a bit of a slow tempo, and we almost waited for the opposition to come and join us there instead of saying, no, we're ready to go, and get ready and play. And that sort of sorted itself out as the game went on. I think, nothing nothing that's not in our regular thing of looking to improve, you know, looking to improve and like we want to build in every game. I just think we had moments where we could have, and probably a few too many penalties, you know, early on. First half cost us a bit of field position. Some of them were difficult, but at the end of the day, chap's got the whistle, so got to try and cut back on that.
Yeah, just Georgina and then at the front. So straight along. That's it. Thank you.
Michael Checker, you mentioned Fiji getting away with a lot on the ground. There's a lot of conjecture about the legality of Hodges' tackle on Yato and some talk that Fiji may refer it. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, the stuff on the ground, like I'm not quite sure what's going on, but the team of three were talking about David Pocock from before the ball even, from the first minute of the game. I'm not sure why. I heard his name mentioned between them on the commentary at least a half a dozen times in their own chat when he's hadn't even been involved in the ruck. And I'm not sure what the focus is upon him. He's only played one game since he's been out all year. I'm not sure what he's done. But there was a severe focus on him. His name has been called all the time. So I was a little bit surprised by that. The one you're talking about, I'll be honest, I really didn't see it. I didn't even see it in the game. I saw the tackle, obviously, but I didn't. The one thing I know is that the Fijian captain went up and spoke to the referee and asked him to refer it, which he did, and I went to the TMO, and he told them that the tackle was fine. And you know, you've got to go with what they say. I've only seen it afterwards. I didn't actually see it when it happened. Well, I saw the contest, the collision. It was a massive one, try saver in that way. But that's what I do know about the incident.
Michael Checker.
Oh, where am I? Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Michael Hooper talked a bit about some of the good substitutions you guys made later in the game. Will, Guinea and Matsumura came on and made a pretty big difference. Before the tournament started, you mentioned there was still a lot of jostling for positions in the top team. Have they sort of pushed themselves into the front there, or do you like them coming off the bench and adding to the game?
No, I think I like them interchanging this time around, you know. It's so even around those contests, and they can all do different jobs, sometimes starting, sometimes finishing. When you've got those types of contests, that's what we want to, you know. I think you saw a guy who's, let's say, excuse me, you did tell me about that before we got up here. If you look at a guy like Dane Haylett-Petty, you know, he's been out of the team for a while, in and out. He got a game against Samoa. He came on for maybe only 10 or 15 minutes, but he wanted to make he made some very good touches, a good high ball take, a beautiful pass to set up a try, because he knows when I get my chance there, I've got to do my job best I can so I can get back in the team. And yet, then at the same time in that competition, we're all working together for the guys that get picked. So I don't know if it's ever going to, with the selection team, of course, I don't know if it's ever going to end up, this is the number one side. It may, I don't know. But I'd like everyone to be ready to do either job right now.
Question to Michael Hooper. How was the impression of the Sapporo and Sapporo Stadium? Do you want to come back again?
When we turned up here yesterday, no one in the crowd, we were amazed by the stadium. We couldn't wait to play. And it didn't disappoint today. We were very lucky to have a lot of green and gold and Australian fans in the crowd. They were heard on the field, like really heard throughout the whole course of the game. Even when we were down, we're very lucky to have great supporters over here and so many of them at that. So, we've had a great time here in Sapporo, and I'd like to echo that our fans have been amazing.
Just hold this. Okay, go ahead.
Michael Hooper, just Chick's comments there about Pocock being sort of identified by the match officials. Did you see that going on as well? Were you sort of bemused by Pocock being singled out like that?
I didn't hear any of it. I mean, I don't have a microphone in the ear. I wish I did hear what was going on there. No, it's something we will review, and something we'll definitely talk about. It's really all. Yeah.
We'll go down the back, and then we'll go here, and then down the front, and that might do us, I think. Oh, wait a minute.
Just a question for Michael Hooper. You talked about going back to basics when those replacements came on. Was that something you talked about as a group of players during half-time?
Yeah, it certainly came up as part of our discussion there. But then, we went out there and let another try in straight away. Probably from the first half, something that was working well was our set piece. In tournaments like this, set piece is important. I thought that, going to that part of the game when we did worked quite well for us, resulting in a yellow card for Fiji, and that was able to then get our backs in the game nicely. So yeah, stuff like that, and then just maintaining the ball.
Could we have a Japanese question down the back? Yeah? Put your hand up high.
チェカヘッドコーチにお伺いしたいんですけれども、今日後半のかなり早い段階でハーフバックス2人とも変えましたけれども、この狙いというのはテンポを上げるというところにあったのか、あるいは別のところにあったのか教えていただけますか。
No, just the idea of changing the halfback is predominantly we have such experienced players. Will Genia has played 100 tests. So in a situation like that, it was a good opportunity for him to come and bring his experience into the game. He made a very nice kick when he first came onto the field, and he had good communication around the players. Also, Nick White hasn't played since nearly 6 weeks, just a touch over 5 weeks. So a lot of running, we play a lot with the ball, so, just the physical nature of it. We have 2 halfbacks here only, so I want to make sure that they're sharing the work.
Okay, yeah, just here, and then we'll have a Japanese question there. And then that might have to do us, I'm afraid.
Michael Checker, did you pick up any injuries? And secondly, with the attention you're talking to about Pocock throwing forward, would that impact on your decisions around selecting 2 sevens?
No to the injuries, all good. As we know right now, I don't know what could come up, but at first sight, it's all good. No, it wouldn't affect my selection or our selection about if we play David or not. I'm not sure why there was so much chatter about it. He actually wasn't in a whole lot of rucks.
Yeah, just here. This will have to be our last question, I'm afraid.
フーパー選手に質問ですけども、後半21分に、ラインアウトモールから、何度も向こうがコラプシングを犯して、でそれでも再度、そのラインアウトモールで、トライにつなげたと思うんですけど、プレーを選択した理由を教えてください。
We select that play because we'd had some good touches in that area. We thought we were probably better than Fiji in that area. We're getting some good go forward. So we thought we'd stick to what was strong working at the time, safe play, and ultimately, I have to give pats on the back to the line-out callers. They wanted it. They wanted that area of the game and to go over. We've been practicing it a lot. So you want to see that craft out on the field and to get that reward there today is very pleasing.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll have to leave it there.
Thank you very much.
The mix zone will